What's going on, everybody? It has been way too long. I don't know how many weeks or months it's been since I've done anything with the channel. But in honor of this new handles feature, and because I have a little bit of extra time off right now from the job, I figured it would be nice to kind of get back on camera and to uh, kind of just play a game and catch up with everybody, see how you're doing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play some Jaws, and I'll talk about my relationship with this game, which there isn't much of one, honestly. Um, if you haven't played Jaws before, you haven't heard of it, it's loosely based on the Spielberg film. Of course, there were no crawling crabs or shooting down dozens of manta rays, but nonetheless, it's fun. I think the thing that stands out for me the most is just the music is memorable. There's not a lot of it, so what music there is tends to stand out. And of course, my interest in this game really took off after James Rolfe, who's the Angry Video Game Nerd, when he did his review of this in the late 2000s, when he was really just getting started. I had a great time watching those, and I still watch James's early stuff pretty often. It still makes me laugh, no matter how many times I see it. Wow. So the idea is you have to eventually kill Jaws, but you have to work your way up to killing him. You can see his life meter down at the bottom of the screen. But in order to do it, you have to be able to power yourself up. And you have to do that by using currency, which in this game are seashells. Right now I have 6 of them. 7 of them. You can also get bonus shells during this bonus scene, or these bonus scenes, which are basically like challenging stages from Galaga, if you remember playing that. The more of the jellyfish that you shoot down, the more bonus shells you get at the end. I am not stellar at this, so there are only so many that I'm going to get, I'm sure. Oh, I'm just going to miss them. Oh, that's terrible. Nope. Do I have one more wave? I got one more wave. Ooh, 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 ooh. No, no. I got him. Sweet. All right, one more wave. That's not great. 18 out of what, like 30? 6 shells. That gives me 13. So in order to power up, you have to go back to these bases and turn in the shells, and then you get the stuff you need. Now, these shallow levels here are bad because you see these jellyfish that pop up from the bottom. It is really easy to have one of them kind of pop up and hit you, and that would not be great. That should do it, though. Oh, I gotta go all the way across. So there are 2 of these ports. There's the one there, and then there's one clear on the other side. Right over here. That's Jaws, by the way. So now I can track Jaws with the receiver. Now I have to go all the way back to the original port. Hopefully I don't hit anything, although I probably will. And now my power starts to go up. So my power level's raised. I'm now at power level 2. And then I have to go back to the other port. You just keep going back and forth. We're going to get away from Jaws here. But I still want up hitting anything. Or something. No, that was bad. That was almost really bad. And if you die, you lose your progress and you got to start again. Get to keep your points. Now, I'm an arcade player, so points are fine by me, but they really don't do anything for you in the span of the game. What is that? span of the game. Die, shark. Here we go. I think I have enough shells to get one more level of power here. But I have to do this first. So it's got like that RPG type feel to it, right? Where you have like these random battles of sorts that you wind up engaging in. I gotta be careful. Do not die. If you die, it would not be good. Whoa! The momentum in this game for your character, you know, they try and simulate that underwater feeling, so you have to get some momentum in order to start moving, and then you really move and you can't stop yourself. You got, like, almost a bit of inertia going on. Come on. This is awfully long here. Oh, shark, shark, shark. That should do it. Last one. No! I thought that was it. Now it is. Another bonus scene. Here we go. So yeah, I know it's been a while since I've been online. Real life is what it is. The last... I don't know... September to September. So the last year has been challenging. As many of you know, back in 2016, I started doing teaching. I started out as a on-call sub. So what that means is I check like a roster and see what schools and what classrooms need a teacher, and then I call in and I try and claim that assignment. So I basically operate as the teacher for that day. And I had a lot of fun doing that. That's how I really learned the ins and outs of being in the classroom. And I had a great time doing that. Whoa, I was almost dead right there. That wasn't great. So I did that for a year. I worked in 2 districts, so I kind of juggled a lot that was going on, which is okay. And then I got a chance to work as a what's called a permanent building substitute, which means that you're always in the building and you fill in for any assignment. I'm dead. That's not great. Any assignment in the building that's needed that they can't get outside subs for. So I did that for a year and change at a middle school. So I work with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And kids, by the way, are awesome. I need more shells. What's up with that? Oh. Oh, now I'm dead. And then I worked at an elementary school for a little bit less than a year. I did stuff with technology where I worked on Chromebooks and wireless connectivity and things. And then I went back to the middle school that I was at because that job ended. Budget cuts and stuff. So I did that. And, whoa, I want to get that shell. And then I wound up getting a dream opportunity, and I wound up being a class teacher, where I wound up teaching middle school students about the internet, which was great. Loved that. Oh boy, you need to go away, Jaws. But that was temporary. And when that job ended, life kind of took a turn. And not a great one, honestly. I made some decisions that I thought were good ones, and it turns out that they didn't make me very happy. So I've been kind of spinning my wheels for the last year or so. And as I record this, aside from the fact that I am just tapping on this button relentlessly, I'm trying to get back into the classroom. I'm trying to go back to what made me the happiest and what I thought I was best at. Don't know if that's going to happen or how soon it's going to happen, but that's what I'm trying to do. Come on, come on. And hopefully that's going to work out. Now, it hasn't been all bad. Like, I can't... How many did that take? 5? While I was doing administrative work, like, the money was pretty good. So there's not a lot to complain about there. I just wasn't very happy. And when you get to be my age, you know, I'm 50 years old now. Like, happiness, there's had to be a little bit, right? When you've been in the workforce as long as I have, like, you don't just want to kind of stick it out. You want to try and do something that makes you want to get up in the morning. So that's why... Oh, I can't believe I'm dead again. So, I'm hoping to get back in the classroom soon. I don't have any definitive things to say about that. I did have a job interview today. I don't really know how it went, which is not a positive. I'm hoping it went okay, but I'm my own worst critic. I'm dead again. I'm my own worst critic when it comes to job interview situations. So I think that I bombed it, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I am trying to get back in the classroom, and I'm hoping by getting back in the classroom with me being happier, that I'm going to be able to get back to doing a lot of the things that I used to do when I was teaching, especially here on the YouTube channel. Getting back to doing some TikTok stuff every now and again. I'm hoping to be able to do that. That's what I'd like to do. It's just been tough. I haven't had the drive and the motivation that I used to have to be able to do stuff online. So, fingers crossed that that kind of works out. I did. This is not great. Like, I haven't even been that active on social media, and if you know me, like, I was active pretty much every day on Twitter and Instagram, and I haven't been. I just haven't had the energy. Now, granted, with everything that's been going on with Twitter and the new management takeover and everything, you know, who knows how long that's going to be a thing. I've been spending some time over the last day and a half on a new, well, not a new, but a different social media website, and it's been good. It's been fun. I tend to stick to video game stuff when I can. I can't believe I hit Jaws again. But I'd like to just get back to that level of normalcy, you know? I went for years. First, when I went back to college, so like 2012. And then when I got into teaching, so I had like 7 years really where I was really active either on social media or making YouTube videos, and I was living a pretty decent balanced life between work and pursuing stuff that I liked doing and getting like some game time in. And I'll talk about the video game stuff in a minute. But the last year or so, just because I haven't been happy with what's been going on, it's been harder. I haven't had a lot of energy, haven't had a lot of drive, haven't had a lot of motivation. Did I get him? I did, but it's off screen. Shoot. So hopefully that will work. Fingers crossed. Let's get this bonus scene going on here. So, video games. You can see my GX TV, which is off to my right, or the left on the camera. I set up the GX TV here in the office. And I have a PlayStation 2 set up, and a PS1 right next to it. And I'm playing some games in here every now and again. Now, I'm not going to be able to capture those like I'd want unless I get like a capture card or something. And I don't know whether I really want to do that because I don't even know if I can, honestly, because neither of those consoles are HDMI. But being able to just be in here and play and maybe take some pictures while I'm playing and having the computer right here where I can do some writing or some typing. Maybe I can update the Substack website, for example. Would be pretty cool. So that's the idea. That's been the idea on the retro side of things. I've also talked a bit about thinning out my retro collection. I haven't done it yet, but I'm strongly considering it, especially my cartridges. So like my NES and Super Nintendo stuff. Haven't done it yet. You know, right now it's just been kind of an idea. I might be forced to do that soon just because I may need some money in the short term. I'll have to see how that works out. But I really want to focus on the disc-based stuff. Generation 5, Generation 6, where you're the PlayStation, the N64, the PS2. I'm hoping to get an Xbox at some point. I really want to get one. I have a GameCube that I can set up. I need to get another RCA switch box, like an AV switch box for this TV. This GX TV behind me is my original from 1996. The one that I got about a year ago is in my living room, where I still have consoles set up. Like the PlayStation or the PS1 I have in here and the PS2 are spares. So I literally have PlayStations set up in 2 rooms of the house. And the biggest shock of all, and don't fall over, because if you've watched videos, I know I've talked, I said that I wasn't going to do this, but I gave in to the dark side, and I have a PS5 now. Unsurprisingly, I'm playing more PS4 stuff than PS5 stuff, but there is some PS5 stuff that I'm playing. Most notably, Yakuza Like a Dragon and Lost Judgment and Judgment. Like, those games I really enjoy. And I have NHL 23. It's been nice to be able to play the newer sports games again. I can't believe I did that. I played Madden 23 for all of like a day, and it was terrible. And I traded it in. But it's nice. There are some things about the PS5 that I definitely do like, and I'm not talking about like just graphically. The faster loading because of the SSD is really noticeable. There are times graphically when it really does impress. I did get a newer TV. I can't believe I did that too. That supports the newer consoles like the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. So it runs pretty well. I'm going to try one more time here, see if we can't get a better score than we have. So I'm enjoying it. I'm struggling a bit with storage space. One of the things that I thought about doing was trying to upgrade or put a larger solid state drive in the PS5, but I haven't done that yet. I don't know when that's going to happen. But it's good. I think the only big complaint I have about the PS5 at this point is DualSense battery life sucks. It's really bad. Like, I think I can only get about 3 hours worth of play before it has to be plugged in. Or I have a charger, like one of the standing chargers that I can kind of rest it on. But that's my biggest complaint. That and, like, the DualSense controller, like, there's something about how it feels that I'm not the biggest fan of. It's probably, like, the one PlayStation controller going all the way back to 1995 that I haven't been, like, the biggest fan of. And it's just because of feel. The D-pad doesn't feel as tight. There's some issues with response that I'm not liking, but it's manageable. And again, there are some games that I think that really do impress graphically. So, you know, I'm glad I have it. PS4 stuff works. I just picked up some PS4 stuff tonight that I'm going to try and play over the weekend. So it's good. I'm revisiting Gen 8, and I'm part of Gen 9 now. If there's anything that really kind of sticks out, I know there's another Yakuza game, like another Like a Dragon game coming early next year. So I'm geeked for that. Still have the Switch. The Switch has been kind of left in the dust of late. Really haven't done a lot with it. And in fact, a lot of Switch games that I did have, I've traded in because I have PS4 versions that run better. So, did I get it? Yes, I got it. Oh, this could be decent. Nope. 21 isn't bad. So the Switch is basically kind of like how it's been from generation to generation and a little bit now, where primarily the Switch is for Nintendo games, like Nintendo first-party stuff. Or games that you can't play anywhere else. Like, I haven't seen Death Smiles 1 and 2, for example, for the PS4 or PS5. So I have my original Switch version. And stuff that runs okay on Switch, I'm not going to get rid of. But there's some other stuff that does not run well on the Switch. Whether it's frame rate or whether it's just muddy visuals, that it's been nice to kind of upgrade and to get back to something that's a bit easier on the eyes. And the other situation is that the new TV makes the Switch look worse because it is just a 1080 console. If I was playing on a 1080 specific set instead of it trying to like upscale or whatever, I don't think it would be that as jarring. But right now it kind of is. So, you know, I'm not getting rid of the Switch or anything. It still has great games for it. I'm not downplaying it at all. It's just right now there's a bit of a honeymoon period going on right now with the PS5, and there's a lot of games that I'm catching up on because I haven't had a PS5 now or a PS4. I gave it up in 2020. So it had been well over a year, and I had a bunch of games that now I have access to again because I had them digitally. So it's been nice to revisit. I was going to actually play some PS5 tonight, but I thought I would get back on the horse and play some games and kind of catch up with everybody, see what's going on. Okay. Add the receiver again. I should be able to power up once, provided I don't hit Jaws. Hey! Ah. Haven't opened any sealed games of late. I know I should do that, or at least open up the ones that I have that have just been kind of sitting. Like, I have a copy of NHL 98 that I had really planned on opening for this year because it's the 25th anniversary. The game's 25 years old because it came out in 97, and I haven't had a chance. Maybe I'll do that later in November or something. Oh boy. This is not a great start. Did pick up a couple of N64 games of late, too. I've been trying to get back on the N64 horse. I don't think it's a bad console, and I'd really like to give it a good go, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the controller. It is an important part of Gen 5, and there are some games that I really do like for it. And I have some N64 games in my library that that I've really enjoyed. I just haven't gotten back around to playing. So I thought that starting to collect for it again would be helpful. Oh, no, 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 no. And I did finally land a Nintendo 64 controller for the Switch. So I'm going to be able to finally play the N64 games on Switch the right way. The Pro Controller just is not great, or isn't good enough for Switch games. Just isn't. Or, I'm sorry, the Pro Controller isn't good enough for N64 games. Trying to play, like, Pilot Wings and in other games, I struggled with the Pro Controller. But that's all I had, because trying to get the Switch N64 controller was not impossible, but improbable. But I finally got one. I paid probably more than I should have because of shipping. I paid $60 after shipping, I think. But I have one. It'll be here next week. So I'm excited for that for sure. Was that it? Nice. Oh no! No, Jaws, go away. Sure would have been cool if this game had come out for the Switch, but it's licensed, so that's not happening. Alright. Power 3. Maybe I can get to Power 4. Go away, Jaws. Nobody wants to see you. There we go. Do I have enough for level 5? I don't think I do. Where is he? Where is he? Ah. Please don't make a mistake. This is as close to beating the game as I'm probably going to get. I think I needed to get more shells, so this isn't the worst that could happen, but I need to be smart. Oh, not do that. And not do that. What did I just say? I need to be smart, right? Was that smart? No. It was not. Okay. So now I have to get the... I have to get the receiver again. Oh, there's Jaws. Whoa, I was dead. I don't know how I didn't die, but I didn't. But see, I am just pumping Jaws full of harpoons and nothing's happening here. I am down 4 bars. That's not nearly enough. No, no. Ooh, it's getting close. Okay. All right. Oh, this is not going to be good. How do you get... You don't. Ugh. Got a new high score. Not that matters. Oh, I don't believe that. Twelve hits. 15. Nope. That's all I'm getting. 4 shells? 5. Okay. Alright, so I gotta get the receiver again. Awesome. I think I have enough. Now, look. Oh. Come on. Die. Getting closer. Getting closer. Halfway. Yo, no. No. Oh. Come on. I've never beaten Jaws, by the way. So, if I somehow do it, and I expect that I won't, but if I somehow manage to do it, it would be a first. That's what? No, I think they're going to let me try and finish. Maybe. Nope. I think that's where it came from. Fudge. Oh, fudge. Ah. And my next mistake is my last. And it's getting harder. Come on. Don't screw it up. Of course, I said that last time, and what did I do? I screwed it up, right? I don't even think I really need to stay at the bottom of the screen here. I think I just need to try and get through this without making a mistake. I don't even care about that shell at this point. Nope. Ugh. Alright, almost done. Points. Jaws is healing. Okay, so that's level 4. Those are going to be 8 or 9 that I need for level 5. Ah. Wow, this is intense. Shouldn't be. It's Jaws. But again, I haven't beaten this game ever, and I'm not going to, because that's the end of the game. That hurts. Alright, with that, we're a half hour in, so I am going to cut this at this time. I thank you very much, you guys, for watching. It's nice to be back. I hope to be back in front of the camera again real soon, but until the next time, take care of yourselves and each other. See you later.